A warm greeting to one and all. Dear friend, myself, Dr. S. Kishore, welcome you all in our tutorial MS Access. In the today's sessions, we are going to discuss about a form object. So in the last session, we have seen about the alternate criteria, then action queries and types of action queries. In the today's sessions, we are going to discuss about forms, the various types of the layout that has been supported by the forms, then procedure to create the form, procedure to create the form using a wizard, and finally, saving a bitmap file as an attachment. So let's see what is form. To make an data entry easier for novice or for a beginner, Access provides an object called as form. A form acts as a friendly interface for a table and gives the facility to enter, display and print the information very quickly. You can create the form by means of what? Using a wizard, or you can also create them from the scratch, that is by manually, by selecting and placing the various controls. A default access data is stored in what? It is stored in a spreadsheet, or which is also referred as what? A data sheet. With access form, you can arrange the information the way you like. That is, you can add a column heading, change the color, adding the background to form, etc. That is, with MS Access, it is possible to create the fancier forms. Now, what are the different types of form layout? So, form can have a several different layout or arrangement of the labels and fields on the screen. The basic one is what? Column number or tag one. You can also create the tabular where all the heading will be appear at the top and their content will be displayed one by one below the labels. And then we have a default, that is what your datasheet view, and finally justified one. Okay, so we will see all of them one by one during our practical session. Now procedure to create the form. Okay, so in the navigation pane, first of all, what you need to do, you need to select the table on which you would like to generate form. It doesn't mean that you need to open the table. You need to simply select the table. Okay. Select the create tab on a ribbon and locate the form in a group like form. Okay. So this is what your group form. And from here you need to select what? On a form. Form will be created and open the layout view, that is by default in a column or tag layout. Add a title, date and other important field that you would like to add. To save the form, click on the save command on a click access toolbar. When prompted, type the name for the form and click OK. So we will see all these things during our practical session. Nothing to worry about here right now. Again, a procedure has been given over here how to create the form using the wizard. Of course, we will also see this during our practical session. Now, Bitmap. Now, in MS Access, like with ACCDB, that is Access Database Microsoft, introduce a new data type called as attachment, that is a replacement for an OLEDB database. Many types of the files can be stored in a column which has the attachment data type. Someone can add a bitmap file like JPG file or sound file or Word document, etc. to a column without increasing the size of the database. It means all this file has been stored somewhere externally. You need to simply specify what? A location of that file, nothing else. The advantage of using this technique is that the picture data which is stored externally in the local disk can be viewed in an access form or a report. The maximum size of attached data piece cannot be larger than 256 MB. Okay. So how to do it? We will see again a practical session. So this is a procedure that has been given over here. So first of all, what we need to create? We need to create a table, something like this, having say 3 fields, serial number, just name, and a photo of that particular candidate. Okay, so how to add the photos and how to view these photos using the form, we will see in our today's session. So these are some of the references. Now it's time to do a practical session. So how to create the simple form? So click on a create tab, then select a table and then click on a form. So by default it will show you what? A form. Okay, so you can add a title, say electronic products. You can also specify the date and time. You can select the types of the format. Okay, and you can finally close it. If you want to add few more, you can also change the background colors, etc. over here, and finally close the product. So it will ask you, would you like to save this form? Yes. Name the form, for example, form 1. Okay, and now run it. Okay, so you can add the record, go to the last record, create a new blank record and specify a new entry. Say atom name, CPU, say year of purchase 2020. Okay, so this is how you can make and what data entry. Close this form. Okay, all this record will be added automatically to the table only. Okay, now how to create the form using the wizard. So again, click on a create tab, then form wizard. The field that you would like to include during your entry, data entry. So since we want all, you can click over here, double arrow. So all the, then you need to specify the layout, whether it is columnar or tabular or data sheet or justified. So let's see one by one. So how it is going to display columnar format. This is what your tabular. See, this is the heading and followed by all the record entry. And data sheet, it's a default one, and finally justified. So we will see one by one all of them. So click on the next, specify the name of form, form 2, and finish. Okay, this is how it is going to be up here. See, the number data type is now what? They are justified, right justified. Okay, while the text are left justified. Again, you can add a blank record and make an entry. Monitor, say 15-inch. Okay, close it. So this is how you can create what? A form using the wizard. Now we will see another columnar format, layout. Let's say now it's a tabular one. Next, click, specify the name of the form. Suppose form 3, finish, and now third. Atom number, atom name, all of them are at the top. And now you can make an entry. Monitor 19-inch. Okay, quantity and year of purchase. Okay, so it means you can view a table in a different format. Now, how to work with the bitmap picture? Create a table, say ID, auto number, then yes name, candidate name, and say photo. Now, data type should be what? It should be an attachment. So, want to say yes. Suppose the name of the table is a demo. There is no primary key defined. Yes. Now, double click and suppose say name. Okay. So what you need to do? You need to add an picture over here. So double click over here. Add. Click on the add, and now select a photo of the candidate. Okay. Then second candidate. Double click. Add. Okay. Let's tweet Santosh. So I'm changing the name. Then say. Okay. We will see this two only. Now, how to create a form for this particular demo table? So, create form, and observe that it is showing what by default the first student photo automatically. Similarly, parallel the previous one and so on. Now, if you have added one more, say in a table, so form name, say demo form. Open the table. Suppose we have added one more candidate. Double click, add the photo. Okay, let's view in a demo form. First candidate, second, third. Okay, so this is how you will be able to view all the photos using the form. So what you need to do that in a table, it is not possible to view the photos, but using the forms and report, you are able to view all the bitmap picture that you have stored in your table. So that is the basic advantage to work with the form. Okay, so I hope that you understood all the steps that we have learned in the today's session. That first thing we have seen is what, how to create a blank form, and we have seen how to add a date, how to change the title, and we have seen how to work with the form wizard, and finally saving a bitmap picture. Okay, so with that, thank you very much. Have a nice day.